老公，你转过身来。老公，对，这样你可以截屏回去以后。好。
赞。
Your toothbrush? Good thing we're only gonna be here for 2 hours.
干嘛？
拍我呀。
Sweet guys, so let's see. Here's Spencer Glacier, here's Spencer Lake. We'll be floating the Placer River, which is right back there. And it goes down this valley and across there.
What's that cabin? How do you get up there?
Is that a cabin up there?
Yeah. So there's a Forest Service cabin up there. It's about 2,000 feet vertical. And there is a trail. You can see some of the switchbacks. It's like a 4-mile long trail. But it is maintained by the Forest Service.
Have you ever hiked it?
I've hiked. I've never stayed in it, but I've been up there a number of times.
Is it a nice hike?
Yeah, it's lovely.
Yeah, you did trailhead.
So like you can actually access the trailhead right where we got off the train.
Oh,
Where
right.
we got off the
I
train,
saw
you
that.
can go straight
Oh,
right.
that's it.
And then you cross here, and the trail is actually like right on this beach.
Oh, wow.
But there's also a trail that continues back there, just right along the shore.
Uh-huh.
So this glacier is. Yeah. So
Do you know how far back that glacier goes?
The glacier goes back about 6 to 7 miles, and then it turns into a huge snowfield. It's a little hard to see right now, but there are mountains on the other side, and this snowfield actually continues onto the other side of this mountain and feeds several other glaciers, like way over there.
Is the snowfield a glacier though?
No, it's technically not. So like after a bunch of years of snow being there, it turns hard, like it becomes.
This is blue. I forgot what it is. What is that?
So the bluest ice is the densest.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that means it's also been exposed to air for the least amount of time. So that could mean that maybe that spot is melting really quickly, so it never, because as it's exposed to air, it becomes whiter and whiter. So like if a spot is melting really quickly, it might never have the chance to turn white.
It's so pretty when it's blue.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah, it's always bluer on more overcast days.
Oh, wow. Pretty, isn't it?
Go bump into that arch.
What was that?
Go bump into that arch.
Okay. Go give me a little kiss.
That's solid. But
Isn't it true that what is under the water is way bigger than what we're seeing?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we actually only see about 10% of each iceberg.
Oh.
So 90% of it is underwater. It's kind of like my hand, where we see this. All of this is underwater. It might be pointing straight down and touching the bottom might be super sprawled up across the surface of the water. We don't really know. It changes every day. The water's super cloudy. It's hard to tell what it looks like underneath.
So this is always changing when you're seeing it.
Every single day.
Every day it's
The
different?
icebergs change, especially because it's been so warm this summer. I think that's why there's so much blue, because it's been so warm. So if you take a peek at this berg right here, icebergs can break at any time, like chunks can fall off at any time. So if this side were to just fall off, drop in the water, it would leave a face that was super bright blue and super shiny. And that'd be because that ice hasn't been exposed to air very long. So it hasn't been exposed to rain, wind, dust, this summer smoke. So as the particles get looser and looser, it turns white, basically.
你看它这个就是在上面浮着还是衬着
90%都在下面的90% under the water， 知道吧？
那底下这水得多深？是那意思吧？
对啊，
给人帽子戴，有点吓人。
You could eat it. It's 200 years old though. Has some weird dust and stuff. But yeah, you guys are welcome to touch it.
你可以摸它，老公。
Break off a piece if you like.
老公，你可以用手摸。
You could be like the water boy.
这个是冰的，根本就是。
Yeah, so like this ice right here is pretty easy to break apart. It would, yeah, it would be really hard to break blue ice even with a knife. Because it's so much denser.
啊，你还有，也确实挺大的。 也是那个快手卖。
对啊，90%都在底下。
这个是吗？你看那个，它底下那个有个缝，看着没？啊，是不是？干啥去了？
他去挖一挖。
Beautiful! Yeah, so this arch about 6 days ago was the first time I saw it. This one, it's like the size of my hand.
You're kidding.
Yeah, it was definitely within the last week. Pretty sure it's the same one. Yeah.
Wow, that is something. Yeah, it's dripping right now. Maybe in a couple days it won't even be there.
Yeah, it disappeared.
Yeah, I doubt it'll be there for very long.
It's just beautiful. Us being here is not having an impact on this, is it? Just us here? I don't think so.
Like, most likely, probably somewhat, but not.
Yeah, just us breathing.
Right, yeah. I mean, everything has an impact on it, exactly. But not enough to.
Well, like in the caves, they don't want you in there too long because of our carbon dioxide. It's ruining the cave drawings. Just our body warmth could be a problem.
Yeah, so this lake does get up to more than 400 feet deep in some areas.
Whoa.
However, we were talking about that rock coming down. So, like, glaciers can drop or icebergs can drop quite massive chunks of rock. So we kind of have random mountain ridges under the water. So it might be 10 feet right here, 60 feet right here. We don't really know, but it does get up to 400 feet deep. That's why we stay over here. So we would never go this close to an iceberg in the middle of the lake, where it is 450 feet deep, because icebergs can completely roll over. So if you start with something like that, and that's what you see, all of a sudden,
so you could get crushed.
Yeah, you're just crushed immediately. Creates waves, yeah. So we're pretty certain that these bergs are either touching the bottom or like a few feet from the bottom. So if it were to roll, it would roll 4 feet or something like that. Not too big of a deal, but we would never go this close to icebergs in the middle of the lake.
Unless you have an engine, maybe.
So we talked about how much shorter the glacier is now, but if you look up this mountainside, you can kind of see a pretty defined line separating darker growth from lighter growth.
它这个黑的是怎么回事？就是这么大。
How why it is black?
So that's rock.
Oh, that's wrong.
Yeah,
是
so-
岩石。
So as the glacier moves down the valley, it gnaws at the mountainsides and picks up rock with it, and then the rock comes down.
哦，它从
So
山上滑下来，
That's
带
like
的
it's
岩
like
石。
这个
sand.
滚下来，这个带下来的。
It's like sand from way up in the mountains.
Whoa, this one's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, that one was quite large at one point. Yeah, so like you see how like down here it's bluer.
Yes.
So that's most likely just it's melting faster than the rest of the ice because it is touching water. It's getting hit by waves every day. So it's just melting fast.
Be careful just being on the edge of it in case it all of a sudden came down.
Yeah, so we always stay at least a quarter mile away from the face actually.
You do.
Last summer in June I think, we had a cabin event where a chunk the size of Costco above water broke off. Yeah, and so below water was really big. And it like rolled and things like that, so it actually took up a lot of space. So yeah, for that reason we stayed really far away from the face. It was massive. We had a Fred Myersburg and a Costco berg, both were massive. So back there, on the left side, see there's like it looks like mounds of rock.
Yeah.
So some of that is just mounds of rock, some of it is actually ice with rock on top. So
Would you ever see a polar bear in here or no?
Kyle, so that's a reminder, I'm hitting the river, everybody follow suit, Kyle.
Oh, really?
从一个船好像还在走那个，
Total copy.
还在往那边走。
不会是船吧？
不会，不会，跟着冰在走。
pretty big icebergs, and I thought I was just gonna go, in between two icebergs. It was connected. I just found myself like on a little shelf, rowing really hard. But you really just can't see in this water at all.
No.
It's hard to tell. Yeah, Spencer Lake. Spencer Glacier, Spencer Lake.
And Spencer Glacier.
But we are approaching the Placer River, spelled like Placer.
Okay.
But it is 99.5% of it or so is fed by the glacier itself. Yeah. The other small percentage is from snowmelt in the mountains. Yeah.
This was a really cool. But just to see this. Oh, overboard? Yes. Yeah. They're